Hi everyone, I want to share with you an activity that you can use to quickly check in with your students, whether it's an advisory or in an academic class. It's called Rose, Thorn, and Bud, and it's such a fun way to easily have everybody be able to share with you what's going well, what might be a little prickly or not going so well, like a thorn, and what they're looking forward to or what has started to go well, which would be the bud, obviously. So let's get right into it. The rose obviously symbolizes something good that's happening, something that's going great. It can be something that they did over the summer that was wonderful. It could be something that they learned in class and remember really well. A thorn, as we know, is when you hit your finger on it or it scratches you, it hurts. So a thorn is something that's not good. It's not going well, or maybe we haven't learned it well. And then the bud is something that's promising. So it's something that's about to be beautiful. It's growing. It's something to look forward to. So here are a few ways that you can use this activity with your students. First, if you're an advisory or mentor period, you could literally just say to your students, hey, tell me what's your rose, thorn, and bud of the day, of the week, of your weekend, of the summer, and have everybody go around and let you know what those three things were. One reason that's a good activity to do is because we sometimes we say what was the best part of your weekend or what are you looking forward to the most, and sometimes things just may not be going so great, and it's okay to let kids share those things. Also, if I use myself for an example, when I was 12 years old or 10 years old, after summer break, my thorn would probably have been that I didn't get to ride the tallest roller coaster at Cedar Point in Ohio on a family trip, and that really would have been my thorn, right? So poor me, couldn't ride the roller coaster. But my teachers would have learned something about me that they probably didn't expect, which was, quiet and shy Michaela loves thrilling roller coasters. And so that could have been something that we could have connected on. So I think it's okay to let kids acknowledge when maybe something hasn't gone so great. And then you obviously learn something about them and they learn things about each other. So that's for like checking in, advisory, mentoring, real quick and easy way to check in. You can do it every time. It can just be something routine. But I also wanted to say that this is a great way to formatively assess how your students are doing. It's a great quick check for understanding. It doesn't necessarily replace an exit ticket or some kind of assessment that you might do. However, this can actually engage more students than your exit ticket sometimes will. So you might have noticed that not all of your students always complete an exit ticket, and that leaves you with no information. So for example, if you're teaching theme in English class, you're teaching something around equations in math class, and you want to know to what extent your students are understanding it, you can have them put their name on the back of a post-it note, which I have here, and have them put their post-it note under rose, thorn, or bud. Now, because their name is on the back of the post-it, it's essentially anonymous. For them, they don't need to be embarrassed with their classmates, but you will know where their note was placed. And you might learn something surprising. For example, somebody who may be writing things down every single class might put their post-it note under a thorn, and that would be surprising to you most likely because that student is always taking notes, always looks like they're engaged, but they're letting you know, hey, I'm not understanding this. Whereas somebody who you may think is sometimes often off task or not engaged the way you think they should be might say, yeah, this is going great, and the next day you can say, hey, I noticed you put your post-it under the rose. Can you try this problem for me? Let's try it together, just me and you, and you might learn they actually know what they're doing. So it's a great way to get more involvement and more information from your students. And then finally, I hate to even mention it, but just in case, at any point in the year you find yourself in a remote learning situation or you have students who are quarantined, we can use Google Jamboard or even an individual PowerPoint slide or Google slide to have students actually click and drag their rose, thorn, or bud. And this is just an English example, but they can put it up under what they think, and they can tell you, this is how I'm feeling about the topic or the skill or the concept that you're teaching. So quick activity. You can steal all of the images from this, no problem. I just Googled them, and make sure you're always showing the image to students before you use it for the first time so that they know what a rose, a bud, and a thorn actually look like and symbolize. All right, hope this was helpful. Looking forward to hearing your stories of using the rose, thorn, and bud activity. Take care.